आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति.
Last discussion we discussed Tadvanam. So hearing this, some students again had contentment by recognizing and remaining as reality, irrespective of any mental fluctuations, even if there are fluctuations. So we started last discussion with what? They were not able to retain this manana on this Brahma Tattva. Why? Because the mind is going towards objects. So in the last discussion we have seen how the objects are. What are the objects? That is only existence conscious, infinite existence consciousness. To what you are going is there in you as your real nature. Yes, the habitual tendency to extrovert towards the objects for the sake of gaining momentary happiness, that is there as your own reality. It is there as the reality of everything. So by hearing this, some students were able to clearly recognize and remain. And irrespective of external activities, they are able to have a clear recognition of the reality. But there are again some who are unable to comprehend the tattva. Now who are these people? That we will see next mantra. Mantra 7. Upanishadam go bruhityukta ta Upanishad brahmi vavata Upanishadam brumeti. What is the student? He is telling me, now please teach Upanishad please. Towards the end of the match.
Somehow everything is finished.
So
again.
You may wonder what is happening here. Why is the student saying so? After hearing so many mantras, this is one batch, now only they woke up. So many went away. Now the last bench or whoever, they came now in the front. So they were asking, please teach Upanishad, Guruji, we came for that only. Why he is doing like this? He knew the meaning of the Upanishad as we discussed in our first class. What was that? Upanishad. We discussed 3 meanings for the word Upanishad. So here, these fellows grasped only one thing, and after that they would have slept. What is that they grasped? Upa. Near. Shad. Sit. Down. Okay. Sit down near the teacher. That they knew that is the Upanishad. So they came and they sat there humbly, and they are hearing the words. That part they are doing. They knew that the word of the teacher or the text has the potency to dispel the ignorance. That also we have seen. So they knew this much. Ignorance about the real nature will go away, they thought. And thereby they will remain as reality. So they presented themselves physically to the teachings. Now after hearing all these teachings, he felt that this has not happened to them. At least they are sincere. They are again coming back and asking. See, Upanishad means to sit there humbly, we were sitting. It is Upanishad means the text. We are having the text in our hand. And you are explaining that text about that text. But why is our ignorance not gone? That means Upanishad has not started. So you tell Upanishad now. He is feeling that Upanishad has to be started now. Why? They are thinking that there is some secret or rahasya which the Guru will tell in secret. And he felt that is to be the real Upanishad. Where is Mahavakya? Without Mahavakya, where is Upanishad? Pure thought. Like this. Now again you tell. They might have thought, you place your hand on my head and teach Mahavakyas. Like Tatapuri Maharaj had thought. Paramahamsa. Guru Maharaj. Like that. They have various concepts. So they thought that is only Upanishad. Okay. Hearing this, what did the Guru say? He was not heartbroken. Because he knew that there will be various types of students. Upanishad Brumeti. What I thought till now, my child, is that is only Upanishad. He said. He made it further clear. Upanishad means what you are thinking. Brahma Vidya only Upanishad. Upanishad Brahmi Vavata. Now I told about what? Brahma Tattva. I told that is only Upanishad. Maybe they heard the story nicely. Story part. And they did not get the remaining part. Through that story and through various mantras, I told you about this Brahma Tattvam, that only is Upanishad. Brahma Vidya, which describes about Brahman. Brahman means the reality. Bhuma, that infinite Tattva. The reality of who we really are. So that Vidya, which describes about that, is Brahma Vidya. Guru has already expounded Upanishad. Then why is it the student is unable to comprehend that? Why? What happened to him? We need to take one more meaning of the word Upanishad. What is that? Upanishad means Rahasyam. Rahasyam. Rahasya Sthita. Rahasyam. Rahasyam means Ekanta. Eka Anta. Ekamaya Anta. Normally, the mind, it will fluctuate on various objects. Yes? After the class starting, how many objects went to the mind?
Yes.
Like that is mind. It will go from one object to another. So the mind, at its end or focus, there are a number of things or topics. So one will go away. Now the mask earlier, the mask will. Now something will come. Now Corona is rampant. That. Now you will think in my place there are some elderly. You don't know what happened. Like that. You are here constant. Thinking is there, but objects are changing continuously. One after another. Like the reel, there will be images. The images are moving. So that mind has anekantam. It is not focused on one thing. There are so many things towards the end. Does not have one-pointedness or ekagrata. Such a mind also can get focused sometimes on its liking. The mind basically, if it is like that also, but if you like something, it will become one-pointed. Like students in your university. When they are playing any games, video games or cricket match, they will be completely focused. That doesn't mean that focused mind is their nature. No, because that they like that, the mind is focused. But such a mind will not help in gaining this Rahasya Vidya. Just because they are focused for those things. They should have that interest for this. And they should be able to focus on this. Then that mind is capable. So which is mind that is needed here to be, should be the mind that should be, have interest for Brahma Vidya and you should be able to focus. They have interest, you will focus. Here the student lacked this sort of mind. So he missed the implied teachings of the Upanishad. Upanishad means the knowledge of reality, comprehended through one-pointedness, we said. How do you develop that mind that has capability to comprehend this Rahasya Vidya? That is what now Guru has to say. He found out what is their problem. They lack the mind that is needed. Comprehend first of all what the Guru is saying. You asked earlier, how do we comprehend this? Through mind only, no? Through mind we try to comprehend. And in that process we are going into the very substratum of mind.
With the help of mind.
With the help of mind. Where all the words, everything, what you hear, everything is in the mind. So through the mind, and the mind should be focused. Otherwise one thing will be told, other thing you will understand. So the real, there should not be any image there. Then whatever is told, then directly it will go inside and there will be knowledge. But if you have having some or other images, the mind is continuously floating, then it will not go. No? This knowledge, it will go through the gaps here and there, something will penetrate. And there can be misunderstanding. So through mind only you will try to understand. And here the knowledge is pointing to the substratum of the mind. It is saying beyond the mind. Mind is basically inert. Completely inert means it will not function. No? So it has presence of consciousness. Because of that, it is able to comprehend. So we are using that to go into the consciousness aspect that is there in the mind. And through that, you are transcending even the mind. And you have comprehended what is the substratum. And then in that, all mind is there, world is there, everything. That is the final. Okay. How do we develop that mind that is capable to comprehend this? That Guruji will tell now in the next mantra. 8th mantra. Tasyai tapodamah karmeti pratishtha vedaha sarvangani satyamayatanam. What we need to do to comprehend this Brahma Vidya is here figuratively explained by Upanishad in this mantra. Brahma Vidya is compared to a body. What are essential components of the body? Feet. You need feet to stand. And then you have hands, head, all these. And there should be a foundation for you to stand upon. What is that foundation? What is meant by that feet? What is meant by that head? All that we have to see now. So Guru knows, the students I have to explain slowly using some illustration. So he said, you stand here. Below what is there? Below that is the foundation on which I am standing. Stage is there. Okay. Then feet are there. Okay. Then head is there. Head also is there. Now I will tell what is what. Body is there. So this whole body, these all three are important. Satyam ayatanam. This is for you. For Swami, you take it like this. Then I will tell for you. Satyam ayatanam is what? Satyam is the foundation on which this Brahma Vidya resides. So what is meant by Satyam? This is common anyway for everybody. In this context, it only means truth. We are all encouraged from childhood by our parents and teachers to be truthful. That only. Is this easy or difficult? It was easy at one time in your life?
When I was a child.
Childhood. It was effortless. But now you are saying it is difficult. What happened? For Swami it will be easy. For you it will be difficult. Why? What happened later? For even in people, if you are very active in missionary, there also you can be challenged in various ways. Our samskaras, as they sprout, we find it difficult or are tempted to deviate. So Upanishad is reminding us, if you are interested to have Brahma Vidya, then you need to be careful about not deviating from truth. Manasa, Vacha, Karma. If you want Brahma Vidya, then this is most important in this truth. Why Upanishad is insisting on this truth? We will understand this better if you understand what is Brahma Vidya. What is Brahma Vidya? Brahma Jnana. What is Brahma Jnanam? Simple terms. Jnanam about Brahma. Knowledge about that reality. What is Brahma? One without a second. Advaitam we are saying. What Mondakya is saying? Ekatma pratyaya saram prapanchopashamam shantam shivam advaitam. Advaitam. It is one without a second. It is that which alone is. That's all. One without a second means there are not many, only one is there. Then what about so many things that we assume to exist? Like this body is there, the world is there. Okay, if you remove these two also, the God to whom I pray is there. Ishvara is there. Then what about all these? If Brahman alone is there, then what about all of them?
Brahman only.
Can we say let them also be along with Brahman? All are okay. At least my Thakurji, let him be there. If you tell. Is that possible? When we are saying there is only Brahman, we are not bringing down anybody. We are elevating this entire manifestation to Brahman. Going to the reality of everything. That is Brahman. Let them also be along with that is not possible. Why? Then Brahman will not be non-dual. Then there is nothing, you do not even comprehend what is Brahman. Brahman means non-dual. Then what about all these? They are not real as we are imagining them to be. That is as name and form. From the name and form standpoint, they are not real. but there is reality in them which we are not able to comprehend because of our problem. So they all wish to be looked upon as the real form, as the real nature. But we are not able to. So from the reality standpoint, that is the reality. See the word you see here, this is important. They do not exist apart from Brahman. What is real is only Brahman. Real means what in your language?
Satya.
Satya. Satya. That's all. So you want to know the reality of this entire manifestation. So for that, what is the quality that is most essential?
Satya. Nishtha.
Satya. Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya. Yes. Mithya means it doesn't have independent existence apart from Brahman. Now to comprehend this Satya Vastu, we need to start
with Satyam.
With Satyam. Stick to this Vyavaharika Satyam first. In your activity, first you
establishing truth.
You should give up all the deceitfulness, crookedness, if at all anything is there like that in our behavior. Renounce.
Guru Maharaj also states so many times. Satyam.
Yeah, because without that, how much ever effort you put, how will we gain? Even if you are exposed to Brahmajnanam and try to comprehend that with mere intelligence, will you comprehend that? If the Satyam is not there. No, Satyam is a password for Satyam. Satyam means for the reality of this manifestation. First, you should be truthful. How do you know if you are free from deceit or not? How do you know if you have Satyam? If you really care for Satyam, then in your Vyavahara, in your activity, you will stick on to Satkarma only. We do not strive to make money by illegal means, that is by corruption. By hook or crook, you will not make a living. Because why? You are having value for this Satyam. So even in your activity, you will be rooted to Satyam. Our activity will be based on Satyam. Then you have foundation for Brahma Vidya. Satyam Ayatanam. Foundation is made now. So Guru is saying to these students who heard the whole thing but are not able to comprehend. So he is trying to build up their edifice properly. The structure is being made for them. First, you stick on to truth. Now, what are the feet of this Brahmajnana? Tapo, Dhamma, Karmeti. Tapas, Dhamma and Karma. First, for Swami, this is Dhamma implies Indriya Nigraha. Control senses, restrain the senses. So, exert to stop the extroverted samskaras from taking you for a ride. That's all. This we have already seen in various discussions. Discipline your senses and not be carried away by them. That's all. Dhamma. Kathopanishad we have seen. Sense organs are like horses. We need to rein them and discipline them so that they do not stray from the path that you have planned to travel. Our goal is Brahmajnana. And for that, what should you take up now? Shravana Manana Nidhyasa. Yes? That is the means to reach that goal. And for that, you need time or not? You need time. If you are slave to senses and waste time with intelligence, where is the time available for Jnana Sadhana? No time. Many will tell, no, I am also interested. But there is no time. Why there is no time? Why there is no time? He is ruling the whole country or what? No, why there is no time? No Dhamma. So many things. Senses are going in whichever way they want to. So Dhamma is considered the feet of Brahmajnana. Foundation is there. Then now you should have time now to dedicate to the Shravana Nidyas. So for that Dhamma, control and save time, yes, first. And then use that for Shravana Nidyas. So the one with Dhamma will have adequate time for karma and tapas. Because now you are doing seva, you are doing in the school. Now if you exert little more, then some more people will benefit. And some more nice things can happen. And then little more if you exert, then then the quality will increase. Like that, if you go on adding, then where will you get time for your own sadhana? So there, at one point, you have to
Stop.
Enough. There is no end for that. Dhamma means this also. Control. You find time for karma and tapas. Tapo, dhamma, karmeti, it is there. No? So dhamma, you find time, we are saying. Through self-control. Then karma and tapas, you will have time. So those without dhamma will not have time for any higher pursuits in life. Their mind remains occupied with sense objects that they will not be able to undertake further constructive sadhanas like tapas or karma. They won't have. So we cannot close this topic of Dhamma in this current generation without mentioning a word on mobile and data. If you are always on the phone and social media and you are excited with every small event in the world, then the mind will not be conducive to assimilate subtle knowledge. Many say they want to spend time for spiritual endeavors, but they will not have. Why? Not because they have tremendous responsibility, only because they are lost in the matters of the world. So for that we are saying Dhamma. If you are studying in college and have adequate time to devote for studies, but if you don't do that, then you will why you are not doing that? Because you are wasting time in various endeavors. Even if you are studying studiously, still you will have a lot of time. And that time you will use for gossiping. You will gossip. It is part of college. And movies are there, video games, so many are there. So here we are saying control them to some extent and use that time for higher purpose. So we have Dhamma. So we will not get occupied in activities that are propelled by our vasanas. So by this we save time. Now what should we do with the time we saved? Upanishad is saying karma. What is this karma we have to do? Vedic time, karma means Agnihotradi karma, that time. But if you apply to this current generation, what does karma mean? It is service. Very good. Nishkama karma, selfless service. But it should be rooted in empathy. Empathy means what? You place yourself in them and serve them. Means in that context, if you are there, what sort of service you expect? Such a service you render. Means you are, from your heart, you are really serving there. That is selfless service. So Dhamma, control. Then immediately we are coming to karma. Karma here we are taking seva. Nishkam seva. What do we get by this Nishkam seva? We get Chitta Shuddhi that is needed for Swarupa Jnana Prapti. How does Nishkam seva give Chitta Shuddhi? What is Chitta Shuddhi? We should know first. Chitta means mind. Pure mind we get. How? We have an assumption about our personality. That is only called ego. Aham. I am this body complex. That is the main Ashuddhi. Because who are you essentially? You are the reality itself. But what you are feeling, I am so and so, is the main Ashuddhi. All thoughts, actions that spring from there are all manifestations of that Ashuddhi. And they all have the potency to further add to that Ashuddhi. So as we surrender to Ishvara and worship Him selflessly, do whatever we are doing as His work, then this solidified aham, which is there, it will get liquefied. Slowly. So, abhimanam is an obstruction for tattva jnana. Earlier you are doing whatever work you are doing for yourself. Now you are doing for the needful, and that too in the name of the Lord. Then the aham cannot have a place to hold on you. So aham will tell, now don't serve them, you will have discomfort. No, I need to do that. So the aham it's punctured. Then it will tell, see how I am doing. Like the earlier you would have, see this is all how nicely I did. But now what is your attitude? It is not I am doing. Guru Maharaj is doing through me. And what is happening to this aham? Further it is punctured. This ashuddhi is this aham. Now slowly this aham is giving way. unknowingly. That is why Seva, Swami Vivekananda, why he insisted on Seva in your mission is for this. You would have seen this category people. This category will be majority everywhere. So for them, Nishkama Seva. If you do, slowly you are preparing the mind. The mind is being purified. The Aham is becoming thinned out. The concept that Karma Phalam is Ishvara Adhinam will prevent the Swabhavika eruption of this Aham Bhava. So then we get acclimatized. Like we hear in the hills, we are getting acclimatized slowly to the higher altitude. In the same way, here you will get acclimatized with this annihilation of Aham through Jnana Sadhana. Jnana Sadhana Tattvamasi means what? What is happening to Aham? One stroke out.
Disappear.
You, I. You are that. And where is I? Gone. Then Aham Brahma, I am that, you are saying. And where is I? Gone. Jnana Sadhana directly going towards that. But to at least to comprehend that first, you should be in a state where it is already thinned out to a significant extent. So we are getting acclimatized to this annihilation of Aham slowly, so that the Jnana Sadhanas will be more fruitful. Otherwise, what will happen if you don't do this? This Swarupa Jnana will be a burden on our head. It won't give you the fruit of freedom. Freedom from what finally? Ajnana. Ajnana of what? Your real nature. So if you understand it well, you will have that peace and tranquility, that antarshitalata, vishranti, visesha shanti, mukti, all this we are for whom? Who are able to recognize the illusion of this aham. And for that, Chitta Shuddhi is needed. Chitta Shuddhi is not, that's why you can see many people who study also, that study, because of that, that is an additional headache. Why? Qualification is not there. So you got enrolled into Delhi University, post-graduation. So you are qualified. So when you are studying, everything is going fine. But somebody by some way, if they get into that place, if they are not qualified fully, but if they get into it, they will have problems. It will not be fruitful, like it is fruitful to you. Same thing here. Now we saved time through Dhamma and we have attained Chitta Shuddhi through Nishkama Karma. Now what is the next thing? What should we do? Now we have an ideal mind. Yes? Now what do we do with this mind? Upanishad is saying tapas. Tapo dhamma karmeti. Tapas. Do tapas. Tapas. What is this tapas? Tapas implies restraining the extroverted tendencies of the mind and directing them towards Paramatma. From extrovert tendencies to go out. Dhamma we told about the senses, we said. So, senses, gross senses. Dhamma. Indriya Nigraham, there. So here, when we said tapas, we are mainly focusing on the mind. It can be at all levels, but here tapas, the extroverted tendency is there, no? That we are trying to direct it towards Paramatma. They all will go together anyway. How do you direct that to the Paramatma? In whichever way you are capable of. Tapas, tap means what? Heat. To burn or to undergo austerity. What do you burn here? Extroverted tendency of the mind you burn, that's all. Figuratively. How? By focusing within. How do I focus within? Can everybody use the same technique to focus within? No, not possible. It depends on the individual's maturity. All sadhanas, yoga sadhana, bhakti sadhana, jnana sadhana are all forms of tapas. At the gross level, emphasis is on the austerities connected primarily with the physical body. Yes, there are so many austerities that you do with the physical body. Go and take Ganga Snanam, tapas that is. But that is at the physical body. There is a temple on the hill and I walk without any chappal and I go there barefoot These all are tapas from the physical body.
So it will benefit the physical body.
You are at the gross level, you are doing that in the name of Lord. If you are at very gross level, you cannot handle the mind at that point. Then where you will start? From where you are. I tell you to do japa, sit here, and you are thinking everything apart from the Lord. Now I will go and take 3 dips there and come. So when you are taking dip in this cold water, you will think anything. That is it. So I will tell you to walk from here to Vishwanath temple and go. So hardships are there, then you will be thinking about him. Vishwanatha, Vishwanatha, oh Namaskar, oh Namaskar. गाड़ी दिया, बैठ के जाओ बोला था, पूरा देखते बात करते जाते, वो भी कर सकते हैं दूसरे में, एटलीस्ट गॉट द पॉइंट. Not the physical body, it is the benefit is there where the level of mind only, but the mind directly you cannot handle, you are not capable. So you will start with the physical body, later prana, then mind, and finally you are using the intellectual. So Nishkam Upasana, Mantra Japa, all these are forms of tapasana. Like Ramana Maharshi in Upanishad Saram, he mentioned one sloka. Kaya Vangmana Karya Muttama Pujanam Japa Chintanam Krama. So that is the way. He gives the order. Tapas is the what he is saying. Tapas can be done by the body, through words, and the mind also. Tapas with the body. Puja also is tapas with the body. So you bring all flowers, you clean everything. Then agarbatti you light. And you do so many things there. With what you are doing all this? Not manasik puja, no? You are doing from externally. That is also physical, that is. That without doing anything you can chant with words. Vishnu Sahasrana, Lalita Sahasrana. Or some prayers of Guruji you are doing. Those are. You are doing with what? With speech. Okay. Then you are sitting and you are trying to focus. But what you are doing with mind. So Ramana Maharshi is telling what is superior to what? External body puja you are doing. No? Better than that is manasika puja. Means through the words, using the words. Instead of going there and doing abhisheka and all that, you are doing Om Namah Shivaya Japa. That is more superior compared to that. What is more superior than that is you are not even uttering, but you are in the mind is connected on the Lord. It is even more superior. So these are all forms of tapas. What does this tapas give you? Chitta ekagrata. Karma, nishkam karma, we said, it will give what it will give?
Chitta Shuddhi.
Here it is giving chitta ekagrata. Chitta naischalyam. Mind is one pointed. It is being trained either physically or through words. Japa is for what? For focus, one pointed. Chitta ekagrata. It's clear now? Dhamma, you are saving time, using that time for sadhanas which will give chitta shuddhi and chitta ekagrata. Dhamma, then karma, then tapas. What should be done with the mind which has chitta shuddhi and chitta ekagrata? Now you have undertaken all this and you have chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata also. Now what should we do with that mind? Exactly, correct. What is Upanishad saying here? Vedaha sarvangani. Vedas are the limbs. We will hold on to objects with our limbs and hold on to this with our hands. So to acquire Brahma Jnanam, we need to hold on to Shruti. Mind which has Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata should focus on Upanishads or whatever. Not only if you want Bhagavad Gita, whatever. So here we are saying we focus on Vedaha, Upanishads. Through Gita it is Saram of this only. Upanishads through Shravanam, Manana, Nididhyasana to acquire Brahma Jnana. So this is one way of looking at it. You are okay with this, or should I make a little change for you?
Yes, okay, Maharaj.
So I will give you some hints.
Ah.
Satyam Ayatanam, here we can interpret it differently for you. You came in between this Upanishad discussion. Along with you who are sitting, they are able to comprehend and they are saying, so nice Maharaj, nice, and they are very thankful to me. But you are feeling what is happening here? Yes or no? I am not able to get like they are getting. Anyway, I got it. But still,
Something I'm missing.
something is not in place you are feeling. Yes. Keeping that in mind, let us discuss. So here, this order I will make little change. Dhamma, tapas, karma, then satyam, veda, and brahmanya. These 6 points you remember. Some things I will tell, those all you should remember. Every day morning you remember this before going into your university. First is what? Dhamma. Second, tapas. Then karma, satyam, veda. And through Vedas, Brahma Jnana. Okay. That is the sequence. Dhamma means what here? First, as I told you, try to find time and save for higher pursuits with it. I told already. More than that, I did not tell much. And I told Swami what is required for him. What is the problem in missionary work, that I told you. For you, what we have to take, how do we discipline ourselves? If you say here only, you can take Satyam. Satyam here, how do we discipline in Dhamma I am putting here? In Dhamma, you take care of these 5 things. You stick on to Satyam, same Satyam which I told earlier. Then Ahimsa. Ahimsa means
Non-violence.
non-violence. Then you earn, later you will pass out now if you are making an earning, earn through rightful means. That is the 3rd thing. 4th is what? Brahmacharya. 5th is you avoid intoxicants. So for brahmacharis, this is the thing. If they say, I am not brahmachari, I am already married or I am already engaged. If anybody is there in that group among the students, even for them, what is brahmacharya? You be loyal to whomever you are dedicated. So these 5 are very important. So when we say here Dhamma, you keep all these things in mind. You discipline yourself by all these 5. Satyam, Ahimsa, then you earn through rightful means, then brahmacharya, then you avoid intoxicants. So then anyway you have time now. Because if you have to follow all these, you have to avoid so many things. Some companies which will not allow you to handle all these, you will shut. You will not go to that company. Then you will have time anyway. Yes? You will be sensitive to choose your company. If you have to follow all these. Then what will you use that time for? For tapas and karma. Tapas means what here? Nishkama bhakti. So, these 5 things you have to keep in mind every day. And then what you do? You try to do Nishkama bhakti every day. Means you pray to Ishvara. Whatever prayer, you are already doing that. So you don't ask for any wishes. You are praying because you want to reach that supreme reality. So for that you make me eligible for that. That's all is the prayer. And then if you are doing any japa, you can do that. Nishkama bhakti. Then karma nishkama seva. Any opportunity comes, you have to be first and you should do selflessly. If nothing is there also in a month, one day, like that you use for Nishkam Seva. Nishkam Seva means not only you have to go to any ashram and do. Anybody who is poor, who is needy, and you can even not only money, even time, you speak to somebody who is depressed and you console them, that is all a Seva. Even in the house, you can do for grandparents or any old people somewhere, they need some help. You see them, the Lord themselves in them, and you try to do what they need. Otherwise, I am fully busy into my academics. Okay. whatever you are doing, your academics, you know that this is seva for the Lord. You tell to Lord that this is I am doing your work and you study. So Nishkama Seva. Nishkama Bhakti I said. Why I am saying Nishkama Bhakti, what it will give? Chitta Ekagrata. Nishkama Seva, what it will give? Chitta Shuddhi. Good. Now the mind has Chitta Shuddhi and Chitta Ekagrata. Now this mind will hold on to Satyam. Here Satyam implies Satyatva Buddhi. In the Sat Vastu. Now here we are making change. Because if you have all these things, now when the truth is discussed, your mind will immediately catch hold of that. Sat Vastu means the reality, we are saying. It will have the capability to comprehend and assimilate the reality of this manifestation. Such a mind will be capable for that. Satyam Ayatanam. Satyam is the abode of Brahmajnanam. So Brahmajnanam is there, but it is not, I am not able to hold on. I seem to understand it, it is going away, means this part is not there. Like if birds are there, where do they stay? In the night?
Yes.
In their nest. They dwell in their nests. In the same way, this Brahmajnanam will remain intact in the nest of Satyam. If you stick on to this Satyam and if that becomes natural to you, then the Brahmajnanam will stay. Satyavastu means which is not subject to any change, changeless. Satyavastu. The only thing that is changeless in us is what? What is it that doesn't change at all in us?
Consciousness.
Very good. Consciousness. There is no change. And that is infinite. That only is Satyam. Satyam means there is no change. So what is the changeless thing? Consciousness. But for that there is no manifestation of this Jagat or Ishvara. Nothing is there. Without consciousness, can you see anything here? No. So that only is the Satyam, the consciousness of this Jagat and Ishvara also. In me, that is only the reality in me. That is only the reality of this world. That is only the reality of the God also. This only is called Swarupa Jnana or Brahma Jnana. So unless we have this Satyatva Buddhi, so by doing all this, Nishkama, what we said now, where are we? Dhamma.
Tapas.
Dhamma, I told you about those 5. Then Tapas is there. Then Karma, Nishkama Karma. With all these things, we will have Satyatva Buddhi. In whom? In the reality. Or the means to that reality. What? Guru. You will have Satyatva Buddhi in the Guru. What Guru is telling is true, you will feel. And what is this Guru saying? If he is proper, what will he say? In accordance with the scripture only he will say. Scriptures are telling the reality of this manifestation. Guru means what here? That's why they tell us Sat Guru. Sat Guru means what? The Guru who talks about this Satyam. That Satyam, we want to be introduced to that Satyam. That we cannot do it ourselves. We need somebody. Satyam means here what? In what context I am taking? Not the absolute truth I am saying. So we are lost, assuming that this is all real. Now how will I reach that? Somebody should be there. This is only ignorance. Somebody should be there to remove that ignorance. That is Guru. And ignorance about what he is removing? Sat. Yes? And if we have Satyatvam in us, Chitta Shuddhi Ekagrata, then we will have Satyatva Buddhi in these Guru words. Now you are able to understand, no? I am using that word Satyam in various ways, but now you are able to follow. Okay. So you have Shraddha in that Brahma Jnanam, which the Guru is mentioning to you. You will have Shraddha in the Shastra. Shastra is Upanishad, which is talking about this reality. If you don't have this Satyatva Buddhi in scripture and Guru, Brahma Jnanam imparted will not remain stable. Satyatva Buddhi in Guru and Shastra only is called Shraddha. Yes, Vivekchudamani definition. Shraddha is the abode of Brahma. Why? If you have Shraddha, then as we hear, we will assimilate. Means you will take the identity. with what we actually are, effortlessly.
You will carry the truth.
Correct. And will remain as it. This cannot be altered. It is not a mere belief born out of respect for Guru and Shastra. It is not a fancy thought in the mind. Then what is it? It is the Satyam in us waking up and remaining as it always was. Due to the Satyatva Buddhi we have in the Guru, Shastra and in our very Anubhava. You came here. Kena Upanishad is telling about this reality. And the same thing I am also emphasizing. And both are centered on your Anubhava. We are trying to make you focus on your own experience. And then you recognize. Yes? Guru and Shastra, they are not telling some utopian things. They are telling about what is already there in our Anubhava, but which we have failed to recognize. And when you have Satyatva Buddhi in the Guru and in the Shastra, which are talking about your own Anubhava, then you will own it up. You will comprehend. Own it up means you will comprehend that easily. Many will complain, like we heard Brahmajnana, now we do not have Anubhavam of Brahmajnana, so we are going for Parikrama. Good only, physical tapas. Brahmajnana is not stable. What does that mean? Where is the problem? By now you should know. They are not having Satyatva Buddhi in the Guru and in his words. Belief is different from Shraddha. Shraddha means Satyatva Buddhi. Why they are not having? No? Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata. No, they have, but it is not sufficient. Why they are not having this sufficiently? No? Nishkama Karma and Tapas, Nishkama Bhakti. That is lacking. Why they are not having this Nishkama Seva, Nishkama Bhakti? Why they are not undertaken? No time for undertaking. Absence of self-discipline. Okay. Got it? From up to down, down to up. Thoroughly we have seen this. So we will get password for Vedas from Satyam. And that is the result of, yes, Satyam means Satyatva Buddhi. That is the result of tapas, dhamma and karma. Password means here what? Capability to comprehend the lakshyartham of the scriptures. Implied meaning of the scriptures.
A question को पूछना है कुछ?
I had a question on it. That two questions. One was in the early part of the lecture, you said about the mind. That with the help of the mind, we are able to contemplate on the Brahman, and at a point comes when with the help of the mind only we come to know that the substratum upon which the mind is working is not the mind, but it's the consciousness. Is this when I understood?
Yes, good.
And the second one was existence and consciousness. Like the jug is upon the table is upon earth, and earth is a part of the universe. This is based on something. Everything is based on something. The universe is based on something that is existence, which is infinite. Similarly, consciousness, in the time of Shushupti, we see that there is no creation of a dream world. Because there is no creation of a dream world, therefore, the mind is unable to create any object, cannot objectify anything. And therefore, because it is unable to objectify anything, the remaining thing, which in the morning, which we said that there was something which witnessed, there was nothingness. That witness was consciousness. And because we are unable to define that, because we are unable to objectify that consciousness into a particular shape, therefore it is infinity.
Correct.
And is it because of this that infinity and existence? Because two infinity cannot exist. Therefore these two are one.
Even you need not even go all the way to infinite to understand that they are one. Even otherwise, I said in the morning class, that if there is consciousness, consciousness means existence. For consciousness, for anything, if you say anything, consciousness means there is existence already in that consciousness. Consciousness is existing. You say the word consciousness, what your meaning is the existence of consciousness.
Consciousness
Exists. But now you remove this and you go to existence. Existence, if you say, you are conscious of that existence, that's why you are mentioning that word.
Yes.
So, even otherwise, even without infinity, the consciousness and existence, they are one only.
No.
Got it?
No.
Then anyway, because they are one, and whatever, if that is infinity, that is infinity, that's all. That infinity again is not a third thing. That consciousness, which alone is existence, is alone infinite. Yes, like relative example, if you take it as the space. Space, it is nameless, formless, and there is no smell. It is beyond the sense perception, we are saying. That is one quote. You cannot see it, you cannot touch it, we are saying. So you cannot see it means from one sense organ you are going. You cannot touch it means from different sense organ you are going. You cannot smell space, other sense organ you are going. But through all you are going towards one thing. And then you are telling that is infinite, we are saying. It is vast. So now what is that vastness? The same thing which you have tried to explain. Got it?
But the space and the consciousness are not same.
Because space is inert. Space is existing now again there. Space is existing. That existence is this ultimate. Space is in a way similar to this, except for space existence is derived from this conscious existence. And space is known to exist also because of consciousness. And this conscious existence is infinite, if you say. Not that there is one more, it is infinite. Just like that space is infinite. And what is the space? That which you cannot objectify with your senses. And it is infinite, if you say. What cannot be objectified by senses, that is infinite. Yet what is the Sat? That alone is Chit, and that alone is infinite. And that infinity, when the mind tries to find out what is infinity, it will say it is happiness.
Maharaj, could you please explain that how this consciousness, or let's say existence of both, it is different from the space, the universe?
Now what is space?
The open area which we see.
Here, this is space. Yes? So, this space by itself knows anything?
No.
It doesn't know. Consciousness?
It knows.
Knows. That is the main difference.
And
So,
one more thing we can say that in consciousness there is no change. But in day-to-day life we say that
space also no change.
But we say that open up the space is filled.
But that is all objects that are adding on to it.
Yes.
Space as such, there is no change. Space, there is no change. Like this room is there. This is a space. Yes? This is the space. You may feel that this is a small space and outside it is a big space.
Yes.
Now we put some spray and it will smell. Outside it is not. But those all are, space is accommodating all of them.
Yes.
Because it is changeless only, it is accommodating all changes in it. Essentially, it is changeless. Essentially, as such, it is changeless.
Yes. So, space and consciousness are one.
The space becomes capable to illumine, then that is consciousness. Space is the closest to consciousness. The only thing is, it cannot illumine anything. So now you come to space, and then you say the existence of space. Then we are coming on to the truth. And the existence, which is rendering existence to the space, alone is illumining the space. That conscious existence is infinite. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnavadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.